Eddie Boy just dropped. Nate, Fruit Town Brims? Is he snitching on Big U? The Brims? Let's start this video off like this. I want to thank the Lord above for being my Lord and Savior, for getting me through all the times, good and bad. I want to thank my team for being my team. Let's rock it out. I fear no one. I walk with him. Welcome. What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy ODM Slim. And I'm back again with another one. We got a lot of things to do.
A lot of content to get into. So let's get to this content.
Eddie Boy, man. Eddie Boy is self-appointed himself to take over the Big U case, to explain the things to the community, to the public. You know, every time something drops, Eddie Boy took it, you know what I'm saying, took the lead in doing this. And all right, cool. So, but Eddie Boy don't like to be talked about either. So I don't like that either though. But it's cool and all that. So Eddie Boy just came out with some more information about the Big U case that we didn't know about. I think somebody from Fruit Town Brims was a part of the case and had something going on. He want to show us what's going on. So let's get to that, man. Eddie Boy got something to show us about the Big U case. I don't know what it is exactly. Let me see what the title says. Title read, Operation Drawdown Nate. Hugh, I want to say the nigga real name. All right. Fruit Town Brims, guilty. Agreement, probation. What do they be saying sometimes, bro? That's crazy, bro. It is what it is, bro. People can't write, read, people can't spell, stuff like that. But I can't do it either, so it is what it is, huh? Let's go.
Assalamu alaikum, people.
Assalamu alaikum. That's the thing. That's the one thing I want to say though before it always. Assalamu alaikum, my people. Wa alaikum salam, right? And it's like Muslim is just not Muslim. This is not Muslim at all. And it's like that's what throw me off all the time about this Muslim brother. That he claimed to be a Muslim. He claimed to be a Muslim, but he do a lot of un-Muslim things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but yeah, a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? That's human. Let's go.
May the peace and blessed law be upon you people. We got news. Just a little news. You know, we covered the draws down case. And you got a lot of people, out the 19 people, they taking deals. As you know. You can see that.
U.S. District Courts, okay. That's a receipt for it. You copying something. You paid $2.
Yeah, this is real paperwork. Unfortunately, like a lot of individuals, what they do is they get on this internet and they report certain things, report certain situations, but they have no proof. They call dudes snitches. They call dudes rats. They have no proof. They yet to show paperwork on anything. And all these brothers that went to jail, like 19 people went to jail on Big U. If you go and see when he first went to jail in a draws down case, you'll see a variety of individuals on there, from Hispanics, Asians, blacks. It doesn't matter. They all got picked up, and a lot of them got picked up because of gun charges. And, you know, and a lot of them been charged with basically 18 USC, 22 G1. That's what a lot of them have been charged with.
What's that?
The boy that died.
What's that? What's 18 USC? That's what's that, y'all? You know what I'm saying? They all got charged with that. Is that conspiracy?
The brother that died, Bus, he was charged with that. He was finna get some time for that. He was gonna get some time for that. I don't know, you brother know High Park Blue. He done took a deal already. He's on that case. He's getting 16 to 20 months. He already serving 11 years in the state right now. So, and then you have Conrad. Conrad is on that case. And for you brothers about that section over there, Conrad is good. Conrad has no smut on him. Conrad ain't did no telling. Conrad hasn't did anything. He's facing 37 to 47 months. And you have Brick Baby.
Conrad number 4. Oh, damn. Conrad, Conrad on that case? Ding. That's what we were looking for, Conrad. So Conrad on the case then. So I ain't know about that. I know Conrad's on the case. Conrad, it's my boy, man. Conrad number 4, man.
Damn, Rad. Fuck, Rad. Goddamn, Rad.
Damn.
And I have his work as well. His plea agreement, I have it up in there. It's the same thing as this one right here. This is another individual paperwork right here. This is Mr. Hughes. If you guys don't know who Mr. Hughes is, if you guys familiar with the brothers out the Fruit Town Brims, that's Babu brother, and his name is Nate. He's on that case. His name is Mr. Hughes.
Oh, Bobo brother.
Mr. Devin Hughes. And here's his paperwork. You guys can see it.
Bobo and my niggas, bro. Shout out Bobo and them, bro. On game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my niggas on Layton and all that too, man. They get on the gang, you know what I'm saying? On the gang. So I didn't mess with the Fruit Towns. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? That Fruit Towns getting money. Fruit Towns getting money over there, running. Fruit Town Brims, nigga.
Here's his name right here. You see it right there? That's his name right there, right? He also had pleaded out. And Mr. Hughes has pleaded out to, pay attention again, the same exact charge as Comrade, the same exact charge as High Park Blue, the same exact charge of Bus, and the same exact charge as Brick Baby. But Brick Baby haven't been sentenced yet. So this brother took a plea agreement, and his plea agreement was for 18 USC 922 G1. That's his plea agreement, right? So this what he had. This is what they alleged to say he had, but this is what he pleaded guilty to: a 9mm pistol, he pleaded to 6 rounds of ammunition, 14 rounds of ammunition. And that's the only thing that they had on him at this particular time. They had nothing else. He had no other case.
So he's went down for knowing Big U and having blowers. Same thing with Brick Baby and all these other people. For knowing Big U and having blowers. So we can use him to put a case on him and use him as a witness towards Big U. Always take him for the gun cases. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about none of these people telling. So I'm not saying none of these people telling. Because Big U case ain't even, you know what I'm saying, cracked off yet. But everybody's taking plea agreements already. It seemed like they got separate cases, like they got this gun cases, this and that. It's not seem like them connected to the hot one and all this other stuff that they saying about Big U. So, but we just in the middle, we in the beginning phases of the trial. So we just gonna, you know what I'm saying, we'll keep it going. because it could get sticky. We can't say who telling, who not telling, because it could be your best friend telling. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to figure it out, though. Let's get it.
Unlike Brick Baby, when I read Brick Baby case, he has more, than the gun charge. He has all type of variety stuff. I'm going to cover that probably tomorrow. But this is what Nate was been charged with.
Non-contest. Facts agreement to the... This paperwork.
Been charged with this right here. From my understanding, brothers are saying that he was charged and he got 2 years. That's what brothers are saying. That's not true, bro. He didn't get 2 years, and and I encourage brothers, man, to go down there. Like I said, the paperwork is there. It's free, bro.
You don't even have to go down to a building, bro. You go to Pacer.com. You go to Pacer. You go to the DOJ. You can go DOJ and buy pay for them. You don't have to even go to the federal building. You can do it by doing Pacer. I get off Pacer.
It's not free, but you got to pay for it. But the information is free. You can go down there and read it, and if you know how to retain information, you can retain information, or you can get a copy. But his case number is 224CR00596. So every time I get up here and I cover this draws down situation, certain individuals on his case, and certain things that on there, I put up all Mr. Hughes' paperwork, Nate, and...
But why would you do that, fool? You put up Mr. Hughes' paperwork and shit. No,
but why would y'all do that, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you put up Mr. Hughes' paperwork, you going down there paying for the $2.25, $2.20, because it's only like, I think 10 cents a paper, something like that. So you print all these papers out, you know what I'm saying? Got to be, 20 sheets? You know what I'm saying? 20 sheets of paper, 22 sheets of paper, whatever. You peeled out, it's to post it and all this stuff. What are you getting out of this? Good content? But at the same time, you informing the people, though, so I can't be mad.
It's only, it's not too many things on there. I've seen everything that was going on there, but I did click on one thing that something was sealed. And I don't know what the particular type of thing what it was. I can't say that he gave an affidavit. I can't say that he gave a declaration. I can't say none of that type of stuff. But however, it always comes into question, man, on how dudes are sick. Because he's sick. He's on dialysis. He has high blood pressure. He's a diabetic and things like that. Maybe that played a role for them giving him this deal, but
it does. It does a lot. Medical wise, mental wise, all that plays roles. It do play roles into your sentencing.
He's not gonna do no time, period, bro. So one thing for sure, two things for certain, man. I encourage brothers not to speak on things they have no knowledge about. Always try to be accurate when you're speaking. Because a lot of these dudes, they don't be accurate, bro. They don't care. They just get up there and they just be, man, like I said, they masturbate at the mouth. They don't have no information about nothing. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about their integrity. They don't care about anything.
Masturbate at the mouth is crazy.
What the fuck?
Masturbate at the mouth is crazy.
What the fuck?
People would think that the things that you and Whack 100 and your boys doing is kind of crazy too as well. But some of us see it differently, you know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Thing that goes on when they sitting there and they're doing content. All this stuff is public record. I heard one dude talking about certain dudes is not street. Yeah, they are. They streets, and there's some certain dudes talking about dudes are not in that. Yeah, they are, bro. Anytime that you hit the worldwide news, Channel 7, TMC, or anything like that, you in a big old raid and things like that, you become content, bro.
You do come.
And
you become
I'm
content.
not saying that
you become content doesn't mean you street though. Doesn't mean you a part of the. Means you're part of all the whole situation. I could be in a person that just did accounting for Big U, And I'm caught up in the whole RICO because of my accounting business with him. Doesn't mean I'm street and I'm this and that. I could have been a lawyer that he been using to do stuff with. And they say he's laundering through my law firm. That doesn't mean I'm street. Does not mean I'm street. It's called white collar crimes. White collar crimes is not street. You know what I'm saying? It's from doctors and different like that. It's not street. They just breaking the law still. The law just not made for the streets. It's made for different entities. It's made for the law is a structure for everything in America. Period. It can pharmaceuticals. It could be doctors. It could be all type of. It could be. It's a law that's saying you can't do that. You giving pharmaceuticals out. You can't do that. You shooting people. You can't do that. You stealing from people. You can't do that. So it's a law of the land. So just because you break the law doesn't mean you got to be street. Straight up. People speed every day. Doesn't mean they street.
Brothers be online talking crap or anything like that, but they are in a particular case, brother. It's basically gonna be worldwide. It's history. It's gonna be historical when it's all said and done.
Right.
And this is what the brother has. This is his plea agreement, and this is his sentences right here. This right here is his
guilty. Okay. 2 years.
Sentences. Right here. So you guys can be clear. Okay. It says guilty. He pleaded guilty. Right. There's been a finding of verdict of guilty. Defendant has been convicted of the charge of the offense, a felony in possession of a firearm. Possession of a firearm. Felony, he's a felon. So if a person's a felon, that means he has been convicted before. He has a felony. He probably did some, I don't know if he did some time. I don't know what it is, but he is a felon. And any felon that's out here moving out through the land, ex-con, anything like that, you cannot get caught with no gun. If you get caught with a gun, 9 times out of 10, the federal government, they're going to pick up the gun.
That's not true. That's not true. I got ex-felon with a gun multiple times, and the feds never picked it up. So that's not true. Don't not just believe, because you're a felon with a gun, the feds gonna pick it. No, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Not true at all. That's not true whatsoever. Now, if you're an ex-felon with a gun, and it's a ghost gun, then the feds can pick it up. Now, even if you just call it a ghost gun, the feds can pick it up. Now, the feds can pick up anything they want to pick up, but the feds ain't running around here trying to pick up every case and stuff because it ain't that serious for them. You know what I'm saying? It got to be for some significance. And the reason that these people probably called up this gun case and ain't the feds because they got a name attached to them, Big U. The more we get convicted, the more we get to get, the better we can convict him. That's how it goes.
Okay. And right here, it says the court asked there was any reason why the judgment should be pronounced. Should not be pronounced, right? Because no significant cause was shown appear in the court. So what they did was, I don't know, it was the damage of the prosecutor or whatever it may be, or he just took a deal, or I don't know, bro. We don't know what's going on behind closed door.
So if you don't know, why would you speak on that if you don't know? So you speaking on it for what? For somebody else to speculate? Or what?
Not calling nobody or nothing like that, but I know for a fact that the conviction of the order of the pursuit of the Sentencing Reform Act, this is what he was sentenced to, the pursuit of the Sentencing Reform Act of 1984. Okay. It is a judgment of the court that the defendant hereby placed on probation for a term of 2 years. See that? Can you read that? You might have to pause that a little bit so you can So you can read that. He got 2 years, bro. He's not the only one that got probation for this particular type of thing. Ronnie Mack got probation. Hey, I don't know. Different stroke for different folks.
That's real. I think Ronnie Mack's sick too, though, too. But I'm not gonna say that because I don't know that for sure, for 100% true. But I think, and these guys are older guys. They're not no young kids. They're not no. Because if I'm thinking about Nate, brother, what's called a brother Nate, he older guy. He like in his probably 60s, 50s, late 50s, 60s. You know what I'm saying? So, not saying that the feds ain't gonna just go ahead and whap you, because these people are older guys though, bro. They older guys. They not no 30, you know what I'm saying, no 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, nothing like that. They in their late 50s, early 60s type stuff. I'm just trying to think. That's the thing, Nate, that I'm thinking about. I don't know if that's the one I'm knowing, but I think I got a picture of the person, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Even a lot of these other people, like, you know what I'm saying, like this man, they probably been in jail and did nothing for like probably 13, 14, 15 years. It's like 6 years of life. He get caught this stuff like, nigga, yeah, you been caught with a gun in you know what I'm saying, 1998, 1997 or something. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? You got caught in 2001. Like, last time we got in trouble 2001. So they might start slapping these people in the hands, but they still getting corrupt, but because they got a bigger fish they want to fry. It's Big U. That's their big fish.
Certain individuals going to get time. Certain individuals not going to get time. And we really don't know, bro, why these individuals are getting this lenient time. We don't know. I don't know what went on behind closed doors. I'm not saying that anybody sat down or nothing like that. I'm saying, bro, this right here, brother, is that all this stuff comes into question because everybody is getting charged with the same thing, right? Maybe he got lucky. Maybe him and Ronnie Mack got lucky because Ronnie Mack got probation as well, you know. But I know from a lot of brothers that have been to the federal institution, they'll say this right here, bro, if you get charged with a felony with the 922G, that 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 4 to 5 years or better. And it says in his paperwork, the maximal for this right here in his paperwork, if you go get it, it says the maximal charge for him to get was up to 15 years, bro. But he got probation. So I'm covering this because
the maximum charge they can get is how they can max him out, right? If they didn't max him out, right? But then at the same time, a lot of times, 9 times 10, you don't get the maximum charge, bro. We don't never get the maximum charge, right? Unless you go to trial and lose in trial, right? Then, but what you need to look up is a mandatory minimum. Is it a mandatory minimum? If it's not a mandatory minimum, then guess what? He can get whatever he want. The judge can give him whatever he want. That's what y'all understand. In federal court, it's up to the judge, right? If it ain't a mandatory minimum, then he can give him whatever. Straight up. 9 times 10, it might be what the DA recommended, but you can get whatever.
Because that a lot of individuals, bro, what they do is they sit there and they talk this mess and they just only cover Big U. They don't cover everybody else. They use Big U as a prop. They use Big U as content. They say that they riding with Big U, but they really not riding with Big U because you can never be biased in these type of situations. You have dudes from certain neighborhoods and stuff like that. They don't even cover their own section because they don't want their section looking bad. But hey, bro, this is public information.
He trying to talk about right now. He trying to talk about Deuce M's. This supposed to be Deuce M's homie, so he's saying Deuce M's ain't covering it.
These dudes is on his case, even though he's a brim. What a brim is. He's a blood. You know, I don't know if he's still a active member or nothing like that. From my understanding, for me reading his medical condition and stuff like that, I don't think he's still an active member like that because he'll be a damn fool to be an active member when he's out there and he has these type of conditions and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna put that on him. I just know that's his affiliate.
Why he can get why you couldn't look his name, seen that name, looked up in the paperwork, seen his age, and said no, he's about 66 years old, 64 years old, so he not active. Oh, just because his conditions. I know niggas got diabetes and stuff and still gangbanging. Like, come on. Oh, you got diabetes, you should be gangbanging. Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be gangbanging with no diabetes. But it's something out there that's right there.
Affiliation by him being from Fruit Town Brim, and brothers don't cover the
Bay-Team.
Fruit Town Brims content. But you know, you have a lot of them brothers, man, from the Fruit Town Brims, brother, that have a lot of stuff going on over there. And I have a lot of information on that as well. We're gonna be covering that pretty soon. And hey, bro, you guys have a good day. Good morning, brother. You know, I'm finna make my slot. You know, you don't know what that mean. I mean, I'm finna pray, bump my head, you know, up and down side.
All right, y'all. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my peoples in the building. Shout out to all y'all for tapping with your boy. What y'all think, man? Listen, I don't know what he was trying to. He just brung up and said, "Hey, somebody else in this case." I don't know what he doing. He just breaking down the whole case. Oh, Ronnie Mac got 2 years probation. Nate got 2 years probation. So that's what he's going through the case, giving every update. I don't know what he's gonna do, but whatever it is, I don't know, bro. I like I said, I ain't got no dog in this fight. I'm not Big U. You know what I'm saying? I know Big U kids. I know Big U. I know his nephews and stuff like that. But I wasn't around Big U when all this stuff was going on, so I can't say, oh, this wasn't going on, this was going on, this was not going on. And I wasn't around. So I'm looking at here, I'm spectating, just like everybody spectating, right? I hope he get the best thing going, come out of course, because that's the type of person I am. And that's what I believe in. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think, though, bro. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Nate told on Big U, or what y'all think he's trying to insinuate with this? And Ronnie Mac getting 2 years. He's saying Ronnie Mac and Nate told to get their 2 year probation? Or is he insinuating just ain't, what is he doing? Like, or he just giving us updates and I'm just doing too much? Let me know what's going on. Probably, ODM, stop it. Just stop being defensive. He just giving up information. You know what I'm saying? I'm stop being defensive. I'm just listening to the information, bro. It's your boy ODM Slim. Not like other one. I love y'all, man. Peace out. Peace out.
I'm pretty. I be hating on me too. I be hating on me too. Bitch. Just because I paid your bill, that don't mean I care for you. Charity. Today, I had salmon, I had asparagus, and I had mashed potatoes. Without you, whore.
What's the deal? It's your boy ODM Slim. You know what time it is, man. MummyDust.com, man. Mummy Dust, man. You see the gear, man. Fly as hell. When you see ODM, you see Mummy Dust. That's the only thing I'm wearing from here on out. You'll see all my type of, you know what I'm saying, custom-made stuff. MummyDust.com. Promo code ODM Slim, man. Get your 15% off all Mummy Dust gear. We going crazy, man. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is tap in, like the shirt, see the size you want, and get the shirts. No problem. Send them off. You see some ODM wearing. You want that? It probably cost you a little more. But listen, go check it out. MummyDust.com, man. It's your boy ODM Slim, man. I'm telling you, we got the flyest there is. It's us. Who fly to us? You let me know. You know what I'm saying? MummyDust.com. Mummy Dust with an I, not a Y. So if you want to be fly, Mummy Dust with an I. Straight up. Mummy Dust with an I. If you want to be fly, either way it goes, it's Mummy Dust with an I. Get y'all merch. Let me know what's going on. A promo code ODM Slim. We going crazy. Let's go.